part of the ELA Assessment Creation Days, the Educator Showcase, and I'm excited to take part in this year's first ever Shared PD Day.
My experience to the 5DP has actually mostly been through the Educator Showcase, and I think that's been a great opportunity to really get to know not just people in the district, but also out of district.
Just having the opportunity to talk to other teachers that are going through much of what I'm going through in terms of having new projects, doing something for so long and then having to change it. So the collaboration there was really a positive thing for me, just to hear other people's experiences.
For the past 2 years, I've participated in the 5DP Showcase, and it has been a really profound experience. It has allowed me to reflect on what I do well in the classroom. It has pushed me to be a teacher leader and kind of put myself out there. And then what's most profound is that it has shown me all the effort and energy and enthusiasm that our kids at the high school level have received since the kindergarten.
I took part in the Educator Showcase 1 year, and then the next year I took part in the poster session. And the Educator Showcase was just a really, it was a little nerve-wracking, but it was an incredible experience because I got to speak about what I do in the classroom with a lot of other teachers across the 5 districts. And I made some really lifelong friends. And so not only did I get to hear what other people were doing in other schools, I now have these connections with people, and not necessarily that teach in my discipline or even at my grade level, but I get to hear what people are doing in, for example, Wendy in the kindergarten classroom.
I was very lucky to have taken a class, and during the class I learned from a Chelsea teacher strategies that she used to help student achievement, and I brought back those strategies immediately to my classroom. And then I was very blessed to be able to do a presentation with the 5DP, and I learned from the other participants about things that have really inspired other teachers in their districts and inspired us, and also how to be confident to present and share ideas that I've used through the different years that I've worked.
Cross-district collaboration has several advantages, the most obvious of which is just having more teachers to bounce ideas off of, to talk to about different things that you're doing in your classroom, different ideas that you have, and also problem solve some of the things that you may have been struggling with.
If I'm teaching art in Revere, why can't I connect with an art teacher in Malden or Winthrop and kind of, what are you working on?
So knowing that we're all kind of on the same page with curriculum, especially as an English teacher, knowing that kids have a certain level of skill no matter what, or they're being taught certain skills, no matter what school they're at, is really beneficial.
There are so many advantages to cross-district collaboration. I think working with colleagues who are serving students who are very similar in terms of demographics, in terms of needs, we can come together and take a look at what works best, what are some of the best practices.
I think it's a great opportunity because it's everybody gets to work together. You have the teachers you work with on a daily basis, but again, just to see what other people go through and what other people are going through currently, and I think it's beneficial to everybody. To the more teachers you can talk to, the more interaction you can get, the more connections you can make, and the better off your practice will be and your classroom could end up.
Well, I think that sometimes we still tend to be in our own classroom, and I think they're doing more and more of working with teachers from other schools, and I think it's great because we share ideas, but how much better when you have similar districts that you could learn from one another. I mean, this is such a great partnership, and it's so amazing to be able to share strategies, just to be able to share stories about students or things that helps teachers, because teachers need support from one another, so how much better to have 5 districts than 1?
I think a really powerful part of teaching is collaboration, and seeing that we can work together and get out of the classroom and get energized by what's going on.
The opportunity, it's, a different voice, so it's not just the same old, it's kind of being able to think outside the box and just really kind of working together, and I think that only makes us better.
I've always loved opportunities to go to workshops and conferences and meet new teachers, and so the fact that these teachers are so close to us here, I'm at Revere and they're all right in the area, is even more powerful because if we do decide to collaborate on something, for example, they're right there.
Staff being able to connect and to work with each other and have them there, and whether it's small groups or a particular topic, you're actually working with them and seeing them and be able to confer and collaborate in live person. So I think that I'm actually looking forward to see what it's going to be like.
Cross-district collaboration is great because to have so many minds together at one table allows us to have better ideas and to share the great things that are happening in all of our schools.
Equity is something that I talk about with my students all the time, and it's basically that we all need something to help us advance in terms of our social emotional learning, in terms of our academic learning, but it's something different. It's not that we all get the same thing, it's that we need something that meets our needs.
Not pigeonholing kids and leaving them sort of in a tracking system, which is the old way of thinking about education, but more opening up opportunities for students as they're ready to step into those opportunities and they're ready to access different opportunities throughout the educational system, not only in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom through extracurricular activities and athletics.
Students, regardless of where they're growing up, where they come from, have access to rigorous, high-quality opportunities and instruction.
Our students deserve the absolute best, that we keep our standards very high.
That they have the opportunities that they need to be successful.
To have the best education they can get, for teachers to have the best resources they can get, the best collaboration they can get. So I think equity is really important on all ends of education.
Being able to talk to other teachers about how they accomplish that in their schools and in their classrooms will be really meaningful.